Thank you, Riki-san. Good afternoon, participants. It's my pleasure to be here. I'm Shintaro Fujii from ADB and the fund manager of Japan Fund of Joint Crediting Mechanism, Jfjcm. Let me share my screen. Okay, so before speaking on Jfjcm, let me quickly mention about ADB's Strategy 2030, which is ADB's long-term corporate strategy and was published in 2018. Strategy 2030 sets out 7 operational priorities, and that operational priority 3 highlights climate change and established 2 targets. First, at least 75% of number of ADB committed operations support climate change mitigation and adaptation by 2030. And second, climate finance from ADB's own resources will reach $80 billion cumulatively from 2019 to 2030. So ADB is highly committed to climate finance. And ADB has been implementing a carbon market program more than 10 years. And Jfjcm is one pillar in the carbon market program, the orange box. Let me move on to the overview of Jfjcm. Jfjcm was established in 2014 as one of ADB's trust funds and contributed by government of Japan. And the cumulative amount of the contribution is $79.3 million. And Jfjcm provides grant for adoption of advanced low-carbon technologies in ADB-financed projects that use Jfjcm. Both sovereign and non-sovereign projects are eligible. Sovereign project means that ADB lends to central governments, and non-sovereign means ADB lends to the other entities, mainly private sectors. And today's main topic is non-sovereign projects. This shows concept of the Jfjcm. So let's skip this slide, which has been already presented earlier. This shows roles of key entities in Jfjcm projects. And ADB is here, orange box, and ADB provides loan to project participants, and Jfjcm team provides grants and other supports to project participants so that they can meet Jfjcm requirements. So Jfjcm eligible countries are these 11 countries of ADB developing member countries, including Indonesia. Eligible projects for Jfjcm are projects co-financed with an ADB or ADB administered funds. Eligible technology is advanced low-carbon technology that reduce GHG emission, including CO2 from energy source. The technologies must have a proven implementation and operation record of its technical effectiveness in a country, which is not limited to the country where the project will be implemented. This shows Jfjcm support for sovereign project for your reference. And this shows for non-sovereign projects. Jfjcm provides grant as an interest subsidy to ADB's loan, This means that the borrower will repay the loan with reduced interest instead of receiving the grant itself. Maximum amount of interest subsidy is 10% of total project cost, capped to 10 million US dollars. If you consider using the Jfjcm, you need to use ADB loan. This is the entry point for using Jfjcm. That's why Mr. Yoi-san presented ADB private sector operations earlier. Jfjcm project needs to meet Jfjcm requirements, same as other Jfjcm projects. And this Jfjcm application will be needed after project approval by ADB. To meet all Jfjcm requirements, borrower can hire consultants using Jfjcm grant. Also, Jfjcm Secretariat may help the process. There are other requirements. First, procurement shall be carried out following established private sector or commercial practices acceptable to ADB. Second, the project should benefit recipient Jfjcm partner country through environmental and social impact. Third, Jfjcm grants can be provided to the extent cost of reducing 1 ton CO2 equivalent is less than 40 US dollars. Second and third points should be similar to the Jfjcm model project scheme. And the fourth, the amount of Jfjcm grants needs to meet minimum concessionality to avoid crowding out commercial finance. And the fifth, the Jfjcm subcomponents cannot apply for other international carbon market mechanisms such as CDM to avoid double counting. Also, the Jfjcm cannot be used together with financing program for Jfjcm model project. This table shows Jfjcm approved projects for your reference. We have 6 approved projects to date, which are all sovereign projects. This is final slide. I would like to talk about the context of COVID-19 a little bit. So, as many governments, including Japan and international organizations, including United Nations and the ADB say, green recovery is key to build back better. And many governments and the international organizations are promoting green recovery stimulus package. So accordingly, new business opportunities are emerging. There are various possible areas to explore. These stated here are just some examples. One example is energy efficient building. Furthermore, net zero energy building, ZEB, with renewable energy and the energy efficient technologies together with preventive measures for communicable diseases, such as cooling systems with effective ventilation designed to reduce the risk of transmission of the viruses within the building. Also, development of energy efficient cold chain backed by reliable and sustainable electricity supply for delivering vaccines to those in need can be relevant. And in addition, waste management systems to address infectious waste and improve public sanitation, including waste to energy, are crucial. So in conclusion, taking these views, into account, we continue to explore Jfjcm project forming. Thank you for your attention. Terima kasih.